Well, hello and welcome to another broadcast of Forging Futures. I'm Diane Graber and I am on a mission. And that mission is to help you actually create a lifestyle by design rather than settling for the one by default. So each and every week, I'm going to try to bring you some information that will help you get there a little quicker, a little easier, maybe a little less bumped and bruised, and hopefully a little happier along the way. So today, let's just dive into it. There's a few things actually today I want to talk to you about, but here's one of the biggest ones. Along this road to success, I can promise you that it will not always be easy. I can promise you that you are going to have to put in a lot of work in order to get there. And I can promise you that along the way, you're going to fail. It's just the nature of success. The only people that are very successful in the world have failed more times than others, quite honestly. And believe me when I tell you, I've failed miserably. But I've always learned from those failures. So if you lose, and sometimes you will win and sometimes you will lose, please do not lose the lesson. There's always a lesson to be learned whenever you've lost. So always look for the lesson. Always look for the silver lining and something that you can learn if you've lost. And again, you don't always win and you will fail along the way. And that's okay. That just means that you are gaining. You're gaining a little bit more momentum. You're gaining a little bit closer to that success that you're really looking for. But you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be willing to know that you're going to fail. And you have to be willing to learn from all those failures and those losses. And if you'll do that, it's really okay when you fail because you've always learned something that will make you better along the way. So I know there's a lot of you going, okay, so this is great and all, but where is this magical success? I can assure you that the magical success that you are looking for, this incredible life that you absolutely deserve, we only get one of them on this earth. You absolutely deserve a life that you create for yourself that is magical, that makes you feel incredible each and every day that you wake up, and it makes you feel incredible to share your life with other people. That life, my friends, is just outside your comfort zone. It is. If you are being comfortable, and you're complacent, that's exactly what happens when you become comfortable. You become complacent. If you are comfortable and you are complacent, you are not growing. And the only way that you actually gain success is to grow into it. So what does that mean? That means you have to be uncomfortable in order to grow. And that means for a period of time, you're going to have to continue to do things that make you uncomfortable, like podcasts. Quite honestly, if you would have told me 6 months ago that I would be doing a weekly podcast for people to listen to me, for me to give you advice to create your life, I would have told you were crazy. This is something that was way beyond my comfort zone. I'm perfectly great in front of a room full of even 1,000, 2,000 people. No problem. But this one-on-one like this with nobody to interact with, this is a little bit outside of my comfort zone. But I knew that this was the next thing that I needed to do to help the multitude of people that follow me and take my advice and are actually looking for success and looking for someone to help them get there. So I knew that I needed to be uncomfortable for a period of time. And that's okay. That's how you grow. And each and every time you make yourself uncomfortable, you can always count on some sort of growth to follow it. So where is this significant life, this significant income? Folks, it is just outside of your comfort zone. So get yourself uncomfortable for a period of time. Stop being okay with being average. Because right now, if you really want this life of significance, you have to go from average to good. Then you need to go from good to great. But please don't settle for just being great. You need to go from great to elite. And once you hit that elite status, that's when you will know that things are finally falling into place for you to have that life that you've always desired. You cannot settle for being great. You have to learn from every one of your mistakes to get you from great to elite. I promise it does make a difference. When you hit that status, when you feel as though your life is on that plateau and that track, everything starts to change. Everything starts to fall into place for you. But you have to work at it. It doesn't just happen. I promise that the life that you desire is not going to come knocking on your door. You are going to have to step outside of your comfort zone, get out of your house, get away from your television, get away from all the negative stuff that's on TV today, and start pouring some positive things into your brain on a day-to-day basis and actually improving on what's inside of you, because you are enough and you are good enough and deserving enough to have the life that you desire. You just have to believe it and then go to work for it. Please understand that you have to work for what you want. It is critical, crucial, and really makes a big difference. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you all about today is, as you are working towards this incredible life, I want you to pay attention to all the small details. And I know that sounds random and it sounds obscure, but everything that is worthwhile is a series of many details that are all rolled into one epic adventure. So everything that you do has multiple details involved in it, and it's up to you to pay attention to the smallest details, because the details are what really makes the difference. So if you're working on a project right now, or you're working on a team of people, or you're working on planning an epic vacation, it is all in the details that make it, again, from great to elite. That is where that little switch actually happens. It's when you start paying attention to all the really intricate details that are pertaining to whatever it is that you're working on. Are you working on self-improvement things? Are you working on your physical appearance? Are you working on, like I said, a team of people and developing leaders? Whatever it is that you're working on, you have to figure out what are the details that would make a difference, and start really paying attention to those, because it does make a difference. It does make people realize that you will go that extra mile. And my advice to you is go that extra mile. It's not crowded there at all. If you go that extra mile, people will realize that you are the person to follow, that you are the person that they want to hitch their wagon to, that you are the one that will take them to that incredible life that they're looking for. So go the extra mile and pay attention to all the smaller details that no one else does. It does make a difference, I promise. So listen, if you like this podcast, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, send a friend or two over. You never know, you might be helping somebody out that really needs something positive put into their brain every week. So do what you can, to help some other people out. It might be exactly what they're looking for. So listen, be blessed, be happy, and for Pete's sakes, be kind to one another. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next week.